Okay, so speaking of court appearances, I don't know if Local Supreme did this or if it was somebody else, but somebody went to the Louisa County Courthouse in Central Virginia to see the I don't know what you would even call this, but Boss Man went there to figure out what his fate would be if he would be allowed to leave the jail. He's, of course, being held in the Central Virginia Regional Jail, which is the same jail that Chris Chen was held in. He's been there quite a few times in recent months, recent years, and he's hoping to stay out of it this time. So I'll simply read Locale Supreme's recount because I don't think I can summarize something I didn't attend myself. He says, "Our boy's luck holds up. He's going to rehab. Austin entered the courtroom wearing high-vis orange jumpsuits with several other inmates. He appeared very timid, more so than any of the other prisoners in their posture and how they spoke to the judge or their attorney. His hair was disheveled but clean. His face and hands also appeared clean, so he has taken a shower in the past day. His overall condition, though, seemed buck-broken and meek. I would say he's lost at least 5 pounds since in jail, as he looked very gaunt, more so than when he's cracked out. Attorney Brian Jones was actually very competent in the other cases I was able to hear, so our boy is in good hands. When called up, the first thing Jones did was bring up the fact that Rat Dad or Scott, or bring up Rat Dad / Scott to the stand, and inform the judge that if allowed out, Dad would be immediately taking Austin to inpatient rehab, where he was already secured to bed. The program is for 30 days, and I believe it was called EDRA or something similar, so I'll have to look it back up when I'm back in civilization. Bro, as if fucking Central Virginia is outside of civilization. Calm down. The judge then asked the prosecutor for any objections, and the prosecutor, Austin's attorney, and the judge reviewed several test results where the judge had been asked. These were not visible, but from the reactions on their face, Austin was peeing very hot. So his drug tests were very negative. The prosecutor did not have an issue with the rehab being offered, and so it was ordered that Austin Curtis Peterson, Bossman Jack, would receive personal recognizance bonds for $1,000 effective 2 p.m., with conditions that his father, Scott, pick him up from the Central Virginia Regional Jail and take him straight to rehab. He has continued to test for and remain clean for marijuana, illicit drugs, and alcohol, and the judge specifically said marijuana. Review hearing to ensure bond conditions of rehab were met is scheduled for October 24th, and preliminary hearing for the drug possession set for November 21st. Review hearing, so that's in a month from now, where I guess they'll check him out on rehab and see if he completed the program successfully, and then they're gonna figure out what the fuck to do with him on the 21st for real. And I assume that I understand what they're doing. I'm not very familiar with drug cases, but I assume that he's going to have a trial regardless. So it's up to the court to decide if they're going to keep him in jail or allow him to go out. Since he already fucked up his bond, now they're saying you can go out, but only if you're going to rehab. And then after you complete rehab, we're going to have to figure out what to do with you again, if we're going to let you stay at home again, or if we're going to keep you in jail until the actual preliminary hearing on November 21st. So if he doesn't do well in rehab and get a good grade on his rehab behavior, then they might put him back in jail until November 21st. If he is doing well, they'll allow him to stay out with a probation officer testing him. That's what it sounds like. So, naturally, of course, this was his reaction on the way home. I say as that preloads very slowly, killing the joke in the process with every second wasted. Why is it so fucking slow? I blame you, Bruno. How'd you get this video so fucking big?
Alright, Gator. Ha 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 ha. Alright.
Man. Oh man, it's gonna kill the. It's gonna kill it entirely. It's such a good clip too, and it's being ruined by the Kiwi Farms chugging spunk.
Hi, Gator. Ha 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 ha. Or anyway. Out all the way home, bitch. Our rival is stuck to the internet. Quit, fucking go.
Back when Ralph was fat and sassy and not just doped up in his crack shack. No, this was his actual reaction.
Woo! Ric Flair.
Much more tactful. I think he even posted himself eating a sandwich or something. He loves those big Reubens or whatever. He immediately went back to. Oh, this is it. The Big Buford. Sorry, that's the one that he likes to eat. Eat that. What's the Big Buford from? Is that from Wendy's?
Big Buford has landed.
A pretty big sandwich. Not gonna lie. He did eat. That's I don't know. That's a meme. Every time he gets out of jail, he wants a Big Buford, and he eats a Big Buford on camera. His mom cleaned his room. The door actually got mounted. He like leaves the house, and the house starts healing. It's like a scene where things are filmed in reverse, and things just start flying back onto the shelves. The bed tidies itself. The door goes back onto the hinges. Crazy. So he gets in. He's as you can see, he's live streaming himself. And then people, because the judge says that he had to go straight to rehab, so they took him home first. And a lot of rats, the Redditors, the snark sub faggots, they're like, oh, let's report him to his parole officer because he didn't go straight home. And of course he's streaming this.
King. Yeah, the door's fixed, guys. Can you fucking believe it? My door is finally fixed. Holy shitball! Holy shitball! There's no way! There's no... Dear baby Jesus, thank you very much for the door. I've always wanted one. I'm so thankful you finally got me one, sir. Thank you, amen.
I think it was your dad that bought the door, bro. Where is... Oh, yeah, this is it. Okay.
Alright.
So what he was doing at home, by the way, is that, you see, Bossman Jack is a very unusual person. And Bossman Jack wanted, during his gambit sessions, to store the value of his winnings in something not immediately liquidatable so that he could hold some of his earnings in a way that he couldn't gambit it. So, in the past, he had bought precious metals on the internet. And I thought that was great. As a precious metals enjoyer myself, I thought that was a really smart idea. Because it's much more difficult to impulsively sell gold than it is to just, put cryptocurrency back into a casino. So he bought CSGO skins. And one of the skins that he had was worth $12,000. And he was going to sell it for cheap. And he did. He did it on stream. He sold it for $10,000 to some Russian guy, it looked like. But because the guy's plan is to sell it for more money, obviously. Or it's, I don't know. I think that CSGO skins are like a money laundering thing. So there was some purpose to him buying that. Anyways, while he was doing that, he lit up a cigarette. And the rats in the Snark Discord, or whatever the fuck, contacted the prosecuting attorney, who immediately contacted his attorney, because they said that he was smoking marijuana, and he was just smoking a regular cigarette. So this last minute is him trying to hurry up and finish selling his CSGO skin so that they can leave for rehab immediately, because I guess Rat Dad just had to stop by to pick up some clothing or get a coffee or whatever before. I imagine it's probably like a 2 to 4 hour long drive to get to the rehab center from the middle of Virginia. I'm assuming that's in Arlington. It's one of those places that DC folks go to when they get like a DUI. Anyways, this is the panic last minute of him trying to finish selling and get the fuck out of the house while his dad yells at him.
I should withdraw all of it. No, we'll do a $300. We'll do a $300 CS float giveaway this weekend. How's that sound, guys? Yeah, I'm selling it right now. What? It's a fucking cigarette.
Are you live streaming smoking? They already sent it to the prosecutor, and the prosecutor, I guess, must have called his attorney and said, like, hey, you got to tell him, because his attorney's on the line saying, like, hey, if he's streaming himself smoking marijuana, cut that shit off now.
It's a cigarette. Chill out.
I assume that I think he was selling the CS:GO skins so he would have money in his bank account. But it may also just be to cover the cost of rehab, because that shit's expensive.
Is it really? It's a cigarette. Alright, tell him why I said sell it. His name is rehab. You didn't tell him that? Okay, I'm ending the stream right now, dude. Alright. I gotta go, guys. Someone already called my prosecutor. I told him I was smoking on stream.
I haven't seen his hair so clean in forever. And that's it. He cut out the stream. He moved, I think, the $10,000 off of his skin reseller site to his bank account to cover his snacks, goodies, and I think he said he also wanted to get a car in rehab. I don't know. Good luck with that. And he's off. Godspeed, you. I'll just play these again.
Apparently, I had this very rehab. I've been to this very rehab before. They don't allow skateboarding because, somebody brought a skateboard there one year and split their ball sack open on the railing.
Ow.
Almost to my house, where I'm going to post the M9, and then I guess I'll head on over to the rehab place, which is like, what, 2 hours away, Dad? 2 hours and 15 minutes away from where I live, so.
Yeah, that makes sense. Man, poor rat dad. 4.5 hours in the fucking car to drop your junky retard son off. It's been a long while since I had to drive 4.5 hours. It's been quite a while. I think you take the closeness of Europe for granted. Everything's very compact, accessible. Not so much in the hills, in the rural America. That's it for that.
Thank you for watching this clip. This is Perspicacity. Remember to like and subscribe.